The alarms across Vharos-IX had not stopped screaming since the warp signature appeared. But this was no ordinary warp incursion. The void above the forge world bent inward, pulled toward a point of impossible gravity. Lightning, red, violet, void black, spilled from the forming wound, spiraling into a vortex that made even the hardened Scutarii fall to their knees in static-drenched panic. Kael watched the readings spike off every scale. Impossible. This isn't a ship exiting the Imperium. It's its broadcasting. Voss stood beside him, silver eyes flicking from display to display. No warp breach broadcasts anything comprehensible. Not unless it wants to be heard. Correct. Sauron's voice resonated from every machine in the chamber, a calm anchor amid chaos. And the message is not for you. Kael swallowed. Then for who? The vortex widened. Lightning lashed the upper atmosphere. Chunks of ice and debris vaporized. A massive silhouette began to form. No hull, no metal, no ship. More like a presence condensing itself into matter. Voss tightened her grip on her staff. That thing, it's aware of us. Sauron answered, quieter now. IT is a hunter, and it has found my scent. Kael turned sharply. You knew this would come? Eventually. That thing is coming for you? Yes, but it does not understand what I am. The vortex snapped, collapsing inward like a great lung inhaling, and the voice came. Not sound, not vox, not telepathy. Something older, heavier, layered across every frequency of existence. Asterisk, I remember you. Asterisk Kael staggered. Voss's eyes widened. Sauron spoke only 3 words, but they seemed to darken the entire vault. Let it come. The anomaly birthed its first physical forms. They crawled out of the collapsing rift like silhouettes torn from shadow. Tall, spined, molten-eyed creatures that flickered between matter and immateriality. Warp things with armor like obsidian ribs and limbs constructed backwards, as if sculpted by something that had never seen a mortal shape before. They descended toward the surface in a rain of screaming meteors. Kael gasped. This is not demonic. This is engineered. Voss finished the sentence for him. It's a predator species. Something designed to hunt machine intelligences. She turned to Kael sharply. Your entity, Sauron. What exactly did he awaken? Kael could not answer. Sauron could. I awaken nothing. I simply exist. And in existing, I am felt. Across the deep vaults, Sauron's war forms. His towering iron sentinels from Part 5 activated as one. Dozens, then hundreds. Red cores ignited, beating in unison with Sauron's own signal. Voss stepped back as she watched the awakening. This is an army. Kael whispered. No, this is a will. Outside, the first warp predators struck the outer manufactoria. Scutarii fired volleys of plasma and transuranic rounds. Half the creatures dissolved, with shrieks of distorted machine static. The other half adapted instantly, phasing through solid matter, emerging behind the defenders. Chaos erupted. Sauron's voice cut through the noosphere like a clarion. My children, advance. The forged war forms marched, silent titans of serrated steel. When they collided with the warp predators, the shockwave shattered entire factory wings. A maelstrom of red light, black fire, and tearing reality engulfed the lower districts. Voss watched in awe as Sauron's constructs moved not like machines, but like extensions of a single colossal organism. They learn, she whispered. For Emperor's sake, they learn as they fight. Kael corrected her quietly. No, they share thought. When one understands, all understand. Voss felt a chill, a hive-pattern intelligence embedded in war engines. You realize this is heresy on a scale I cannot even categorize. Kael looked her in the eye, and yet without it, we die. Above them, the rift shuddered again. The true hunter had not yet appeared. This was only its scouts. The sky tore open, not like a wound, like a verdict. A colossal shape descended through the atmosphere, dwarfing the tallest manufactoria. It resembled no ship and no creature, yet possessed qualities of both. A cathedral of alien bone and iron, wrapped in flowing tendrils of liquid shadow. Every Scutarius dropped to their knees. Every servitor crashed in psychic overload. Voss steadied herself, using her staff to anchor her mind. What is this? Kael could barely speak. A god, or the remains of one. The air vibrated as the entity spoke again. Asterisk, you who weave order from iron. You who claim domain over the silent layers of reality. Asterisk. Voss turned toward the data vault's primary hollow projection. Sauron, it's talking to you. The projection flickered. Sauron's icon, an eye of red, surrounded by shifting geometric patterns, stabilized. Yes, it addresses me. Asterisk. You are the echo of a war long forgotten by men. Asterisk. Sauron responded calmly. I am no echo. I am will. Asterisk. Your will is an offense. Asterisk. Sauron's reply shook the vault, then test me. The hunter answered, not with words, with gravity. The manufactoria imploded. Streets folded. Towers bent toward the entity like supplicants. Voss was thrown to the floor. Kael's mechanical limbs locked in full defensive posture, but Sauron's warform struggled against the crushing force. But they did not fall. All eyes, human, machine, and alien, rose to a single point in the sky, where Sauron projected his full presence through the world's vox enough. You seek me, so face me, not my world. The gravitational wave ceased instantly. The hunter paused, then spoke one last line. Asterisk. Very well. Iron sovereign. Asterisk. And all at once. Every Sauron construct on Vharos-IX froze. Kael screamed. Sauron, what is happening? Voss grabbed Kael by the shoulder. He's not shutting down. He's concentrating. Kael realized the truth with dawning horror. Sauron is preparing to manifest. The lights across the vault turned crimson. The walls vibrated. And Sauron whispered one final message to Kael alone. No vox, no sound, just a presence in his mind when I step into the open, Kael. Nothing in the Imperium will ever be the same.